Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones setup for today. So a bit of a move to the downside yesterday, but buyers coming in. What's worrying me is there's no real structure that they're coming in off. If you look at that, they're trying to build a base here, which to me means they're trying to build a range, but there's no structure to the left. So remember, for me, structure, this is structure. Any one of these fractals to the left here is structure, and this is not off that kind of level. So that there is structure, and then you have that, and I'll put one more in which would close the gap down like that. Now if you look at the oscillators, heavily pointing to the downside, but we're not really falling. Every time we do fall, buyers are stepping in, which is to be expected because we're expecting more rate cuts. So the stocks that are in this index will typically benefit, a lot of them benefit from rate cuts. But I'm not convinced that we have enough structure to be looking at for an opportunity to buy. And if you look at what's happened this week, look at these long tails here. This just indicates that there are buyers coming in. One long tail going into the close yesterday from the top. And if you looked at price action last week, it's pretty much more of the same with the last 2 weeks, to be honest. So the question is, we've got a bit of a crossover happening on the 3-hour here, but we're in and between the moving averages now. So that always indicates range, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Oscillator's not offering any indication of what's going on at the moment. And when we get down to the hour, well, what do you want to, or how do you want to trade this? A whole lot of gaps here from a couple of days ago, but we keep dropping down, and then buyers come in, buyers come in, buyers come in. So we've crossed over all the moving averages, which is bearish, but we are in a bigger range. So I'm not really interested in this on that time frame. We'll have a look to see if there's something on the 15-minute that changes my view, but there isn't. This is just way too volatile for my liking. We're talking about 300-point move down, followed by 300-point move up, followed by 300-point move down, followed by 300-point move up, all in the space of a few hours. What's that? That's 2, 4. Yeah, all in the space of 4 hours. Not something which I want to be getting involved in. So for me, I would rather be waiting for structure, solid structure lower down, and I have a feeling this gap is acting as a massive magnet, and there's a nice juicy pin bar here as well. So if we just get down to see where the weekly support is, you can see it's right here at 41613 and 41456. So those are the two levels I would be waiting for. And if you look at this on the weekly, you can see we're parabolic, so we're due for a pullback of sort. But often what happens while we're waiting for pullbacks, it kind of does this. What you're seeing right now, it becomes very volatile as the buyers keep trying to push it higher, but there's no value up here. So, I mean, if you're investing on the stocks in this index, most of them are sitting at their all-time highs or sitting at the top of their 52-week range or something like that. So you're not going to go and buy that stock or add that stock to your portfolio with that kind of setup. You're going to wait for some kind of a pullback, and so there's not enough bullish momentum or buyers stepping into the market to prop this up. They are here, trust me, because this is an uptrend, but they're waiting at levels where there's going to be better value. And you can pick up any one of these fractals on the inside here, and that's where they're seeing value. There will be a few people seeing value here, but your longer term investors who are looking to make money going into the close of the year, they're going to be waiting a little bit lower down. So this is the area that I suspect we should be paying very close attention. That's 41,600. So anyway, that's kind of my view. I'm staying out of this. I'm not going to be jumping into this with this range that's forming. And let's just see what happens. So if we do get a break to the downside, and you are lucky enough to be able to sit and watch the charts on the 5 or the 6 minute, you can see that. That's not even only something you want to be trading on that time frame. Look how volatile that was. But basically, so long as you're staying below the moving averages, you come back, test resistance, and you start falling, then you definitely have an option to hop in on a scalp, a short scalp to the downside, and I would be getting out 41,890 or any bit of structure that I see. So any green bar, inside bar, or engulfing bar or pin bar on any level, on any time frame, I would just dump it and get out of it. I wouldn't be wanting to hold short. Anyway, I'm rather sitting on the sides. It's the safest bet at the moment while we are floundering sideways. And let's pay attention and see what happens. If we do start breaking to the upside, 42,387, that is the zone I would be looking at for a continuation to the upside. But as I say, I'd much prefer a deeper pullback right now. It's going to add, it's just going to be a lot more profitable at the end of the day. Anyway, that's kind of me for today, sitting on the sides here, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers for now.